I'm not a New York guy, never have been, but the division they're in gives you some reason for, optimism.
See, that's the thing, though. That's what I wanted to talk about because Miami's not good.
Miami's not good.
The Patriots could hit a wall.
I think that's going to happen to them. Who knows what's up with Buffalo because they, traded out their coach, which I thought was not the right move. But that's a discussion for, probably another time. But when you have to play Miami twice a year, that gives you at least 2 chances for wins right there.
Yeah, good point.
And so, and even in the Belichick era, the Jets were not intimidated by the Patriots.
No, they were not.
So there were no reason for them to be intimidated now.
I will say this, though. I love the pickup of DeMario Davis, bringing him back for a third stint in New York. I love that. He was so good with the Jets for both times he was in New York. I love them. I like the Minkah Fitzpatrick trade.
Right.
If you get Minkah for his first 4 years in the league. If you get, prime ball skills Minkah Fitzpatrick, this is a slam dunk trade.
I'm behind that.
Will McDonald in rotation is a good pass rusher. Their defensive line is not terrible on paper. But then you look at the transactions that they made between the trades and the free agent decisions and the drafts and the draft picks, and you go, if they have a good roster on paper, I understand the Aaron Glenn tenure has not been good.
Well, it has not been, but hold judgment just for a little bit.
Yes,
it's his first year, and everybody makes all these snap judgments.
Correct,
and just give him a shot and see what happens here. I think he's a fine coach.
Sure, yeah. If Geno Smith goes back to his first full year, starting with he was with the Seahawks,
yeah,
where if you get that Geno Smith, they're going to be fine.
They're going to be fine. But, that's 3 years ago now?
Whoa, Robot Kevin. There you go.
Okay.
I was confused. You turned into the Terminator for a second.
I turned into the Terminator?
You turned into a robot.
Okay. I'm not, folks, just so you're wondering. But
he's not. He might be a cyborg, though.
Their whole season is dependent upon Geno Smith. And that's that's what gives me pause because I've seen what he's done the last 2 years. It's not been pretty.
It's not. But that's the thing, though. You're riding on Geno Smith, which next year's quarterback class is not terrible. It's a little better than
this past year.
It's better than this past draft class.
Any quarterback class would be better than this last year.
I do like how they took your quarterback from Clemson.
That's
in the
interesting
third round.
To me, and something that we didn't get into when we were talking about the draft. And,
people are very high on this kid, Kay Kubelik.
He was going to be the next, Lawrence down there in Clemson. It didn't happen.
Football Jesus.
Yeah, and so, but he was not terrible. Which
he wasn't.
That's not the bar. Let's face that fact right here.
Okay,
that's not.
Let's be clear here. Quarterback evaluation is the most difficult thing to do for when it comes to anything regarding the draft. It is so difficult to do because, for example, Ty Simpson. We have the running joke on here that the Rams may have reached at 13 with Ty Simpson. May have. Okay, probably. Good point. But then you look at the rest of the quarterbacks. If you're going based off of touchdown interception ratio, passing yards, completion percentage, and footwork, and if they win, fine. Fine. Because keep in mind here, how many people were so off by Josh Allen pre-draft? Josh Allen had
there were people who were off Josh Allen his first couple years in the NFL, let alone in college.
Fair point. But my point exactly, though, that's my entire point is you think evaluating quarterbacks is that hard. There were some people that really thought Josh Allen was a second-round pick. Okay? Josh Allen.
Right.
Let's put that in perspective here, ladies and gentlemen.
There's some people that had a conniption fit when the Chiefs took Patrick Mahomes. Remember that back in the day? They were like, well, that's too early.
Yeah. They traded up to get him, too.
Look where they are, so.
Yeah. Yeah, so you go. Ryan brings up a good point. The Jets traded 14 spots to grab Kubalik. They loved him. He asked for a playbook immediately after the call. See, if that doesn't give you confidence as a fan, I don't know what does.
Well, there's no risk.
There isn't.
There's no risk in that. You know, once you get past the 4th or 5th round, well, it's all a crapshoot anyway.
Yeah,
but once you get past the 4th or 5th round, if you hit on something, unless you're the Seahawks, which they hit on that all the time, but
yeah, true.
Other than them, if you hit on a 5th, 6th, 7th round pick, you know, give yourself a high five like I did earlier. And but if it doesn't work out, there's no, you know, you just move on. And
you move on and cast your line somewhere else.
That's right. And that was one of the things that really shocked me about the draft was the guy from LSU.
Oh, Nussmeier?
Nussmeier, yeah. I know I'm definitely slamming his name into the dust, but he went in the 7th round. And he was talking about maybe being a 2nd round guy.
There were talks of him like before last college football season. He could be the first overall pick.
That's right. And so
because SEC bias.
True.
Let's be real here, Kevin. I am not wrong. No. You play in the SEC, one of those big time schools in the SEC, you're gonna get looks.
Absolutely.
Ty Simpson, perfect example.
Yeah, and we discussed that, completely, and but I was really surprised that he went as far down as he did, and because I had him definitely ranked ahead of the Clemson.
Yeah,
unfortunately for me because I'm a Clemson guy.
Yeah,
but so I think that's a pick that could work out for the Jets. If they don't let
please develop this
marinate, so to speak, and
a good steak too.
Yeah, and see where you wind up with him. So hopefully they don't need one of those quarterbacks as desperately, next year.